this is Lisa with Suncoast Sugar Gliders and another episode of Glider Vision. Today we're going to talk about the necessity of a USDA license. And is this a really important certification that a breeder or a broker or any type of reseller should have in order to sell sugar gliders? Well, I want to share my opinion on this with you today and some facts about USDA licensing. Yes, it is a certification that is required if you have 4 or more breeding females. Now, that's the law today. It wasn't that way when we started off Suncoast Sugar Gliders in 1999. The rules were different back then. And they instituted what was called a hobby rule, meaning that small breeders can legally and legitimately sell sugar gliders without having a USDA license. If you have more than 4 breeding females, you must have the license. Okay? Now, I don't personally see this as a whole lot different than the USDA requiring that people have a license to breed 4 or more female sugar gliders. Then I see that the DMV requires a driver's license in order to drive an automobile. Hey, I don't know about you, but have you ever driven in a car with somebody who had a valid license and was uncomfortable in any kind of way? They just really weren't a very good driver. I have. And there's some people I would prefer not to ride shotgun with. Just because they have a driver's license doesn't mean that they're a good driver. Just because a breeder or a broker or a reseller has a USDA license does not mean that they're a good breeder. They've met minimal standards. They've paid the fee, the annual fee to the government to have a little certificate to say USDA certified. Now, the requirements to get it don't require any particular cage size. Some people use cages that I think are deplorably small, maybe like this big, and they've got 2 or 3 breeding animals in a little bitty cage. They still get the license. They don't have to follow a different diet plan. They can just feed them cat food and apples every day. They still get the license. Is that really important, that this license is some gold standard? Friends, I'm going to tell you, I don't think so. I think the USDA could really raise those standards and make it something meaningful. But I suppose that's not going to happen until the DMV does the same thing. It's just another governmental bureaucratic situation that's not saying this is a good breeder. What you might want to do is go on the message boards, check out particular breeders. Just because a breeder is small doesn't mean they don't have quality animals. Just because a breeder is USDA licensed doesn't mean that they have quality animals. So do your homework and don't just take that as anything meaningful. Lisa signing off. Thank you for joining us.